if you're struggling with a swing plane that is too steep or a swing path that's too far to the left, this is a great exercise for you. First, I'm going to demonstrate the incorrect motion. As you can see, I start with the club on the net in the background. The incorrect motion is going to be completely spinning from the top of your backswing and allowing the club to come off the netting. This would be demonstrating too far, a swing path that would be too far to the left and a swing plane that would be too steep. As you can see, the first thing I'm doing is just spinning everything from the top. My shoulders, my hips, and the club is coming outward off the net. And you can see in this case, as I do this, my right elbow comes very far away from my body. Okay, now let me demonstrate the correct motion in order to shallow it out and get your path a little more from the inside and shallow the swing plane and aim it a little more to the right. So what you're going to do is from the top of your backswing, you're going to try to maintain and keep the club on the net as you shift your weight forward and allow your hips, your left hip to be more specific, to shift forward as you feel your back staying close to the target a little longer. Instead of spinning your shoulders open, you're going to feel that your chest stays pointed away from the target and your back stays pointing towards the target. So you can see that here. So I'm keeping it a little bit more closed as I allow the club to stay on the net as I come down. So I'm shifting forward my lower body, allowing my upper body to stay a little more closed, keeping the club on the net. Now you can see the club coming from a shallower angle, which is going to enable me to deliver this club a little more from in to out rather than from out to in, and swing the club a little more right of target. So I'm doing a little pumping action to get the feel for it. There you go, you can really see my hip shift, and I'm keeping the club on the net, and as I come down into the ball you can really see I'm keeping everything closed, my hips are shifting, and the club's coming from a much shallower angle. Now if I compare the two, this being from the beginning and this being the more shallow approach, I want you to see the differences. Here's the, if I were to put a line, reference point right here, and a reference point right here, I want you to look at the difference here. So you can see from this picture, you can see my right elbow coming off my side, my shoulder almost touching this line before my hip gets anywhere near to it because it's spinning and rotating, versus as I do this correctly, you'll see my hip gets to the line, my chest stays back, and my right elbow is staying close to my body. So you can see it's working just as a nice motion. Hip and right elbow falling down into my right side. But a huge difference there, as you can see my right hip, or left hip, goes through the line, versus in this picture, you'll see my shoulder actually gets to that line before my hip does. So just another great visual on how to shallow the club by using some sort of net. You can use a wall if you want, make some marks on there, so you can use an alignment stick, maybe with a piece of masking tape around the edge of it so it doesn't make any marks on the wall. But just keeping the club on the wall or on the net a little longer and allowing your lower body to shift will help you shallow that club. So thanks again for tuning in. See you next time.